Okay, we're going to get started here. This is how you prospect for sale by owners. You would first obviously have to have a good computer, internet service, and good connection, as well as a laptop or a desktop computer, and have a Facebook account. From here, you would go in. I'm just going to start you off here, how I got access to it. Click on Marketplace here. From here, you're going to type in homes for sale by owner. Doesn't mean they're all going to be by owner, okay? Also, this is the section location is where you want to prospect. So make sure you put in your prospecting location of where you want to prospect. You can prospect anywhere you want, okay? So from here, I'm going to click on this first one. What we want to do is identify whether this is a for sale by owner for sure or not, okay? So the other thing we want to look at is, where the property is located. Here you can see Midland, Michigan, but it doesn't provide a full address, okay? There's no additional tab here for more information either. So the first thing I want to do is hover over this name and see if there's any real estate agent attached to it, see if this person's a real estate agent or not. Sometimes you have to go as far as clicking on view profile. You click on view profile. Okay, there's no messaging here of any kind that refers her to an agent. You don't see any other properties that she's has listed, okay? And then you want to click on, now I've already done this, so you click on this, and the first thing I did is, can you provide me a full address? And then she shot me a full address. So that's the first thing you do. And then you want to ask some more questions. Some of these questions, you say, um, is the property vacant or occupied? And then you can also say, how would I, whoops, how would I go about seeing the property? Okay, and then you send another message to her and just wait. And then you just go on to the next one. Obviously, you're gonna keep going through these and building some rapport. Now, since I have this address, I'll go ahead and click on it, and then I'm going to open up a new browser up here. I'm going to go to Google, and then I'm going to type this in, copy, paste, and this is in Midland, Michigan. So what you want to do is look to see, what these property values are. So here it is. You want to make sure this is the correct address and the correct link that you're clicking on. And then you're going to open this thing up. And this is how you would prospect and determine what the property values are in this area. So the first thing I do, you see it was sold in 2017 for 70,000 or 75,000. She's got it listed for 70,000, so she's probably within fair market value. Okay, already it's probably at fair market value. The other thing is look at the square footage. Okay, this is just over 1,000 square feet. So you want to scroll through here and look at other comparable square feet. Okay, this one, here's one for 896 square feet. These are pretty, now this one's not in the same location. See, it's Sanford, so you want to stick to Midland, Michigan. Okay, so you might want to like click on another one and see what it looks like. And this one just sold in February of this year, and this is just looks like land. So you scroll through, yeah, it's only 3.5 acres, so that's weird. So that you can't even really compare because there's not even a house on it. So what you're determining is, what these property values are. This is not a good example of trying to determine what other properties sell for. Now here's another thing you do. You come down here to neighborhood. It's a very hot neighborhood, and then you want to minus out, see if there's any other properties in the area. And here's one, it's got a red dot to it. So that means, that one's for sale. And that one, is $299, but it's much larger property, and it's been on the market for 148 days. This is a hot market right now, folks. So if something sits on the market for 148 days, I can assure you, probably more than likely, the property is overpriced. So so the next thing you want to do is take this address again, copy it, come over here to this browser, paste here, hit the search key again, and see if you can get a list. This is what we're looking for. Okay, so it starts looking like this, and then you can scroll out to minimize smaller areas, to pull back from this map, and then you can see what other properties have sold for. Here's one for 135, 2,400 square feet, so double in size. So this determines that this property is at fair market value. Okay, so with that being said, you kind of wait and see what this person responds back to, and you're looking at the pictures. It looks nice. Looks like there's no repair issues of any kind. Now, don't see any furniture in there. So, well, there is some furniture, but it looks like it's partially vacant. And so we'll just have to wait and see the response. So once she responds back, you want to see what she's going to say. And then, some of the responses that you might give is, at some point you want to say, would you be open to terms? Okay. And then she might come back with, well, what's that mean? And say, well, it looks like you're asking about what the property is worth. And if I was willing to give you your asking price without any, realtor fees or closing costs, would you consider doing a lease purchase option? Okay. And, it could come to the point of, let's get on the phone and talk about it. Or if she's open to it, try to get an email address. So you just say, can you provide me your email address, and I'll explain a little bit more about, the lease purchase option. Or when, you can also be asking, are you firm on the price? Are you flexible on the price? And you can also say, I work with a group of investors, and, we're looking to buy more properties in your area. And so you just want to keep building some rapport, try to get a phone number, try to get an email if she's willing to provide an email, and then, see what the showing instructions are. I mean, obviously you're not going to go out to any of these properties, but that's what you do to keep prospecting. Okay, so let me try to see if I can find one in here that I had somebody, let's see, I had this one here. So here, this was a property in Clint for $25,000, and I says, please provide exact location and inside photos as well as backside. Now, she says, please call Jim at this number. So I'm going to put, who is Jim? Is this listed with a realtor? And then send a message back and wait to hear. Now, if it's a realtor, move on. Okay, you don't want to try to buy properties to realtors. So that's how you do it. And then let's see if I have another one here, because I had another one yesterday and she was all gun-ho, ready to move forward with the deal. Yeah, here it is here. So she kind of flaked out on this afterwards. So, actually these, you know, there are some cash offers that we will present, and I can show you how that works. So here's quite a bit of dialogue here. Hopefully you can see it in my message here. But okay, so this lady over here, she already responded, said, no, he is my dad. I can't talk right now, so please call him and he will give you information about the property. Okay, so it looks like I'm gonna have to call this dude and see if I can get him on the phone to provide me with photos, you know? So there's a lot of people that are just rookies to this business. So here's one here. Let's close this one out. So here's one here. And it said, would you be, I put, would you be open to a land contract on this property? It looks like it needs work, and I don't think a lender would approve a loan in this current condition, you see? And then she responds back, no, it needs floors and painting, a little remodeling, but structure is solid and no issue. So are you the owner? It looks like you just bought it last year for 50K. See, she provided the address, so I pulled it up and did a little homework, okay? So then I said, so then she responds back, I am the homeowner. I finished paying it last year, had the house since 2013 and rented it out for 3 years ago. I live in Tennessee, so I just want to get rid of it. So, you know, that's a key indicator where it should be flexible. Here, the property's vacant, she's out of state, so it's a perfect storm for a lease, purchase, or owner financing. So I go and ask her, would you consider lease, purchase, or owner financing? And she said, maybe I need to talk it over with my husband. Then I said, well, call me tomorrow so we can see if this is something that would benefit us both. I give the phone number. And then I hadn't heard from her. I went back later, haven't heard back. Let me know if you're still interested in selling. And she said, yes, I got another offer on the table. I'll let you know. And then I said, okay, if it doesn't work out, let me know. I could do cash as well, but not at asking price. Okay. Then she said, well, how much cash offer will you give? I said 25K. Again, here's another formula. So as you look to see what the property value is on the property, use a 60% formula. So if this property is valued at 50,000, okay, get your calculator out and times it by 60%. That's going to put it at $30,000, okay? That's what we pay cash properties for in populated areas, populated cities, okay? So 30 grand. But since she was at 35 right out of the gate, I figured I'd come in a little lower at 25. And she said she needed to run it by her husband. I said, okay, get back to ASP. Then she said, I got an offer at 28. Can you do that? Well, still within my 60% formula. So I said, yeah, I can do that. And send me the names on title along with the full address and cell phone numbers to my email, and I'll prepare the contract, right? She says, okay, cool. And talks about she hasn't got out of work yet. And then I'm based out of Michigan. Where are you? And then she reminded me that she's in Tennessee. Okay. Then she provided me the information. Okay. And then I said, please email me, provide for each person title name on the title, right? So she sent me that. I said, thanks. And then she confirmed cash offer only, and I confirmed yes. And then I asked, how do we get access to the inside of the house? And so she provided me that information and his number. And then she also stated that, you know, her son-in-law is showing the property. And I confirmed, hey, I thought we had a deal here, and wanted to make sure there's any repair issues or cosmetic issues. So I asked questions about that. Again, building rapport. Then she asked me to call her. So then I called her and had a conversation, reassuring her that, you know, we do have a due diligence period. We just don't, you know, buy the property and not have an inspection period. So she was okay with that. And so we confirmed the agreement, and then she gets sideways. Okay. Sometimes this stuff happens. Chances are good she's going to come back to me, and because she's not going to have any success in trying to sell it under these crazy conditions that she put, on herself. She read over the contract and she said she's going to pass on our offer. I said, why? And she said she didn't think it was to her best interest. Well, I got her on the phone again, and basically this is what she said. She said, well, I'd rather sell it to somebody that wants to move into it for their own purpose and not for profit, which I in turn said, well, that sounds like discrimination to me. Um, I said, I just don't think you're realistic to how this process works. And any buyer is going to want to do an inspection, make sure it's all good. And she said, well, why don't you do your inspection first before we do the contract? And I in turn said, I want a commitment from you. I don't want to waste my time in going out there, getting an inspection done, paying money for inspection, and you're not on board with the contract. We already sent it over to you and you declined it. So we're just not going to waste our time here. I just don't think you're that serious. So wish you the best of luck. Okay. And that was it on the phone call. Okay. So I hope this gives you an idea of how to at least engage with people, get them on the phone if you have to. There's going to be some more training, obviously, for dialogue of how to talk them through it. There's video of questions and answers that I'll share as well, and get you going. And then just keep prospecting. Um, and here's another thing. So if you've engaged with somebody and you want to try to get back to where you were, you just click on this buying tab over here, and then it's going to pull up all the all the stuff that you were inquiring about. Now this one right here, oh, let's see if it's going to help me. Okay, this one right here, we're buying this sucker. Okay, this is going to be my daughter's. She's going to invest $6,000 into this deal. We basically gave her what she was asking for it because the numbers worked out, and so it was all good. And we're going to close on it next week. So we'll scroll through here. I hope you guys can see this. So can you tell me where the property is exactly? She gave me the address. Um, she asked, hey, you can do a drive-by. It's by Ballinger and the hospital. If you want to come see it, let me know. We'll set something up. Now this is a time where I came out and saw the property for training purposes. I just want to give you the dialogue. You'll never have to go out and look at a property. That isn't how this training for you works. Okay, we're just teaching you how to prospect, get some dialogue going, some rapport going, and get them interested in our cash offer or lease purchase terms. And then you're going to turn them over to me once you get in a little deeper, because obviously you won't handle any of the contracts or any of the details. So basically, ask, hey, does it have any issues, repair issues? Is it vacant? And then I said, you can give me a call. And then she went on to tell me about a couple other properties that she had for sale. Okay. And told me about the prices of them. Come to find out, she's an investor. She doesn't want to be an investor anymore. She doesn't want to be a landlord anymore. So just very painful for her, and she just wants to be done with these things. Okay, so and I asked her, hey, are these properties vacant as well, or rented out? She said they're rented out, and so I said, can you meet at the property today at 4? And she said yes. So that's it. We got the deal wrapped up, put it under contract. We're going to close. The cool thing is we remarketed the property for $39,900. They put up $5,000. We already got the deposit in hand before we even closed on this deal, and they're going to pay $725 a month, and that will include their taxes and insurance. We're doing a 5-year owner finance for them, so it's a sweet deal all the way around. So my daughter is going to make 30% of the profits off a $6,000 investment, and she's going to yield 48% rate of return annually. That's crazy. Where are you investing your cash money to get that rate of return? Nowhere, nowhere. Don't even bring up the stock market. That's a joke. So real estate is the key when you come to investing your cash money for several reasons. First of all, you can see it, you can touch it, and you can control it. Stock market doesn't give you any of those three. It's a figment of your imagination, okay? It's just numbers. And the government brainwashed us at grade school, you know, oh, invest in the stock market, what a scam. So this ends this segment of our training. I hope it was helpful, and we will talk again soon.